thought in this video that I'd talk a little bit about the new guns that have come out with Naval Strike, and what my opinions are on them all, and why the SWAGnum, otherwise known as the SW40, is just simply amazing. But that Magnum shot in the intro clip, I couldn't believe that. But here, I'm using the AWS. It's the new light machine gun that you get with Naval Strike. In order to unlock it, you need to complete an assignment called Swiss Cheese. And in order to complete this assignment, you need to get 3 LMG ribbons and destroy 3 vehicles on Naval Strike maps. And I gotta say, this LMG is by far the best out of all of them. Like, it's only got 100 rounds in a magazine compared to like the MG4, the M249 that have 200 rounds in the magazine. But it shoots at the same fire rate, and it's so I don't know if it's just because of the low recoil, or, well, you can see here, I'm using iron sights and I'm just owning people up anyway. But I'm not sure if it's just because of its low recoil. It has actually been nerfed by DICE ever since it was put in the game to actually increase its recoil, but it's still the best light machine gun by an absolute mile. To be honest, I do think it needs a bit of a nerf, because at the moment, you can see me here putting the hollow sight on it, it's got almost no recoil, and that was with only a bipod underneath the gun. And I know the 100 rounds in the magazine rather than the 200 rounds is supposed to be its limiting factor, I guess, but to be honest, at the end of the day, that doesn't really hinder the gun at the end of the day, especially when it's got such a fast reload time when compared to like the box magazines of the MG4 and the M249. Because if you look at it here, it's like a 3-second reload, whereas the MG4 and the M249 are more like 7 seconds, and it means the gun is crazy. It's crazy fast. You can basically just put bullets down range so fast, and if couple that with the ammo crate, basically you've got infinite ammo when you're using it with the support class. It means you never run out of ammo, which means there's not many limiting factors to this gun. So in my opinion, it's a brilliant gun. I definitely recommend that you go and unlock it, because it's just so good. You need to try it out. Especially in these close quarter corridors here, like you see me playing here in Carrier Assault. You'll see in a second me trying to play along these corridors, which are very narrow, and you almost get funneled into them. And so this gun is great for just locking down areas like a lot of light machine guns. But this one's better because you don't have to like sort of get out of combat really quickly to reload to get 7 seconds. Like you see here, I get 2 guys here. I didn't know this guy was behind me, but that's why you need to check your name more often. But yeah, they definitely give the AWS a try. It's amazing. But going on to the AR-160, in order to unlock this gun, you need to get 3 assault rifle ribbons, and I cannot remember the second unlock point for this gun. I actually can't, no. But this is another gun that's pretty good, I do have to say. It's got a RPM of 700, 31 rounds in the magazine. Unfortunately though, I would say this gun is just boring. It's not particularly good at anything. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at anything, but it's not good at anything either, which kind of annoys me in a way. Most guns in Battlefield 4 have some sort of aspect to them which sort of defines their characteristics, like the Scar H, high damage, high recoil, but slow rate of fire. And then you have the PDWs and stuff. You see me here using the SWAGnum, the SW40. It's a brilliant little pistol, this. It's a revolver, but it has no trigger delay. So you can basically just spam it. Unlike the Magnum and the Rex, you can spam it, and there is no trigger delay between you pulling the trigger and the bullet actually coming out of the gun. And it does almost as much damage too. And I find it almost easier because the pistol's smaller, which means there's less of a gun body. I think it's a lot easier to sort of aim for the head with this pistol, which means you can get that one-shot headshot a lot easier. To unlock this pistol, you have to get 20 kills with impact grenades, which is easy. You just go on Operation Locker and spam those motherfuckers. Coming back to the AR-160 though, I really do think it's an okay gun, but it's seriously hindered by the fact that it's almost too boring. Like the Ace 23 and the L85 and stuff could be kind of considered the same because they have no stat, which is amazingly glaringly obvious, which makes them better than any other gun in certain category, but they do. A lot of people don't know this, but they do. Their fire rates, the L85 fires at 750 rounds a minute, and the AWSome fires at 770, I believe it is, and so that means that they can down people a lot faster than a lot of other assault rifles without having the recoil of, say, the AEK or the M16, but obviously that's burst. But that means that you can keep your bullets on target a lot easier, which means you don't have to be as good at controlling recoil, but you'll also still get a similar killing potential as the AEK. This has a slightly slower fire rate. It reminds me a little bit of the AUG, to be honest. It does nothing well except the AUG has really good hip fire, and this, obviously because it isn't a bullpup, does not have very good hip fire. It has average hip fire compared to most assault rifles. It is pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely say it's worth recommending unlocking, because it is brilliant as you get to the longer ranges. I would say though, the iron sights are absolute arse, as you can see here. I actually think they're worse than the FAMAS's iron sights. Those things are like peeking. I hate to coin the phrase again that's been used by so much by the Battlefield community, but it's like peeking down a midget's butthole. But it's true, and to be honest, these are even worse because you have a smaller sort of hole to look through, I guess, smaller butthole to peek through, and I do prefer the actual sort of end of the sight, because it's like barbed on the two sides, which gives you a bit more of an indication of where your reticle is actually going. It's just a big slab of steel at the end of the day, and I don't really know how you're supposed to aim with it. But yeah guys, these are all the guns I've unlocked so far. Hope you did enjoy this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I should have either some Kerbal Space Program up later this week, but I also have my second channel. Go subscribe to that, links in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace guys!